Hey everybody, Dean Graziosi. Welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. We have a lot to cover today. This is the week of our Insider Elite Party and The Edge down here in Arizona, our two-day event that we do once a year. Unbelievably amazing. It's evolved over the last 5 to 6 years to be something spectacular. I want to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about why I did 2 different Weekly Wisdoms last week. But before I get to that, I want to share a couple things. What was really cool, I even had my team laminate this. Business Insider did an article on 21 things that average people think about compared to how successful people think about. And as I was reading them, I don't want to read all 21 of them, but I was reading, on this page happens to be 3, 4, and 5, and they kind of went in such alignment with the things we've been talking about for months, weeks, years, that I thought I'd read them. It says, number 3, average people have a lottery mentality, where successful people have an action mentality. You know, some people, where it says here, the masses are waiting to pick the right numbers and praying for prosperity, while great people are solving problems and taking action. I just thought, is that such an alignment with what we always talk about? Here's another one. Number 4, average people think the road to riches is paved with formal education. Successful people believe in acquiring specific knowledge. Now, I surely don't want to knock education, and I hope my kids go on to have amazing formal education. But what I always share is, like, if you want to cook the best recipe, you go to a restaurant and you get the spaghetti and meatballs that you just die for. There's some ways you could figure out how to do that recipe. You could go to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, up where I grew up, and take 5 years of school and be a master chef. Figure it out. You could buy books on how to cook Italian. You could buy a cookbook and read the whole thing. Or you can go in, find that chef, knock him on the back and say, hey buddy, here's $100. Would you mind sharing with me the recipe to that? He lays it out, been working on it for years, you go home and cook it. You didn't need your master's degree or your doctorate in cooking, you needed the recipe. And I think successful people understand when they get a recipe and take action with it. Okay, the next one is, average people long for the good old days. Successful people dream of the future. You know, if you've ever been at one of my live events or watched me here in my blogs, you know I talk about people with a bigger past mindset compared to people with a bigger future mindset. This goes right in alignment. Those people who say, back when we had this president or this Congress or my old boss or back in the good old days or when I was in college or when the economy used to be this way, that's when it was good. Those people are always going to be stuck in yesterday. Maybe things were better on certain circumstances, but here's what I know. We can create our own future, a bigger, better one. And I want to focus on tomorrow being better, not what yesterday was. Yesterday is just our research and development. I always share that. Learn from it and focus on a bigger future. Okay, now I want to get to, this is a big week. So many of you are traveling down here from all over the country, coming to Arizona, coming to the Edge, coming to the Insider Elite Party, and wait till you see the surprises I have installed for you guys when you get here. You know, every year it's so magical, so powerful, that I'm like, man, can we top it? But we do, and we're going to do it again this year. Now, I want to share with you and be completely transparent on why last week we had 2 different blogs. One right here at dg.com. Then I sent a special one out to other people that went to a different page. And here's why. I wanted to let you know that those of you who didn't get a ticket to the Edge, you have the opportunity to watch it live from home. There are 0 tickets left. There's no way to get in. You couldn't offer us 20 grand to get a seat. There's not a seat available on the Insider Elite Party. You have to be a platinum member, or the Edge event. So you can't get here. So what we want to do is create a way, like we did last year, so you could watch it from home through our live cast technology. Live streaming video, you could be a part of it, ask questions, and see it as it unfolds. Last year we had hundreds of you join us live, and you loved it. So I wanted to let you know again. But here's why I did it in 2 separate videos. What I never want to do is confuse any of our new students. If you're engaged or you're booked to go to a live event, to go to one of our free events, our 3-day events, boots on the ground, you're going to a buying summit, any one of our Success Academy advanced level education, all of it is education that you need. If you can get into it, God, you're paying for speed. You're paying for the best wisdom and someone to hold your hand and keep you accountable and train you how to get on the ground and do it. And what I never want is for someone to think that coming to the Edge for a couple days could replace all that. And what my fear would be is that someone says, hey, I won't go to Boots on the Ground. I'll just watch the 2-day Edge event and that'll be fine. And that makes me worried that people will give up the education that's right in front of them that they can grab a hold of. So that's why I did it separate. The newer students who just got engaged with us, I want you to stay focused on your education. That's why we sent you the blog at dg.com. My older, loyal alumni students, I sent you the opportunity to watch the live cast. And now we got this long blog talking about it because I like to be transparent. But here's the thing. Guys, if you're engaged in any of our education, stick with it, go to it, make it happen. But I want to let you know, this Thursday is the cutoff line. If you want to watch the Edge live down here at home through our live cast technology, you have the opportunity to click below and get it at an insane discount. It's the cheapest we've ever let anybody in. We broke it into 2 payments. I think it's $248.50, 2 payments to watch an unbelievable event. And why this event is different than any other education that you have the opportunity to go to and special to my heart is because we started it 5 or 6 years ago and we invited our students, and hopefully they would come, the ones doing really well, and to get up on stage and share exactly what they're doing. Not just, hey, I'm making lots of money, anybody can do it. No, how did Carol Stenson go from $30 in her bank account to doing deal after deal from home with 8 kids? How did Matt Larson go from a machine shop worker to doing several thousand deals and continue to do well and well? And Joe Jurek and Ali Savavi and Jen Gray. How does a single mom working in a job she hates, in fact, she said her job had no windows. She felt like she was in prison. Down to her last 15 bucks. How has she now done over 140 deals? How does that happen? Well, I don't want her just to tell you how it feels, but also what mechanisms she used. That's the kind of things we did at the Edge starting years ago, and now it just became this place that we sell out every year. A lot of alumni come back year after year. They reserve their seats. When they're at the event, they buy next year's tickets so they know they get their seat. And it's just really special and magical, and it touches my heart, and I love it. And those of you that can't come live because there's no more tickets left, or maybe you couldn't come across the country, or maybe the ticket was too expensive, I wanted to give you the opportunity to watch it from home. So maybe you watch it from home this year, and next year you come live. So many of you have done that. I can't wait to meet each and every one of you. The fortunate part is I get to shake every single person's hand that's there, but I'm going to talk to the people at home as well, like I did last year. So here's the thing. If you have any desire to watch the Edge live from home, we're cutting it off at midnight because here's the thing. Friday, this Friday coming up, is our Insider Elite Party, and I can't wait to meet all you Insider Elite family members. What we're going to do for those of you who get involved, click the link below and watch from home. You'll get a sneak peek and get to view some of the IE party so you can see what it's like. We got to keep some of it private because it's just for our Platinum members. But the next day, Saturday and Sunday, all day, you get the opportunity to watch the Edge unfold live and watch speaker after speaker. And of course, I guess I'm going to be there sharing some of my best stuff ever. I got some cool things planned that no one's ever seen before. We got some new up-and-coming students coming. We got alumni students. We're going to pick this year's winner of the Send Me Away contest. Guys, I'm sorry for this long blog. I'm sorry for this long weekly wisdom, but so many of you asked questions. Why 2 videos last week? And I wanted to be completely transparent. I want you to watch the Edge from home if you couldn't get a ticket, if you can afford it. If that'll take money off the table and make it so you can't buy groceries next week, don't dare do it. This site, our free books, education you got in the past, the support we give is all available to you at 0 cost. But if you have any desire to get a peek at what we do down here and watch how people just get their minds blown, then watch us from home. I'm so confident that you could pay half now and half in a month from now after the event's already over. So, and plus, we'll also send you the replay. So you'll get the Edge live, and you'll have a link to watch it as many times over. Maybe it's Matt Larson who shares something you love. Go back and watch Matt a whole bunch of times. Whew. I know this is a long blog, guys, but I appreciate it. In fact, what I'll do now is I'll run a clip of some last year attendees and how they felt about the Edge event. And I encourage you, if you have any desire, this is it. This is the week. After Thursday at midnight, you can't get a ticket to watch it live. So don't hit us up Friday because my team will be working so much to get the IE party going and get the Edge party. We're all crazy. All of us are working on it. So we won't be able to take your order after Thursday. So for those of you coming to Phoenix, I can't wait to meet you. For those of you engaged in other live events and other education this week, next week, future weeks, or you're thinking about it, get your butt there. This is life-changing. This is the time in history you're going to look back and say, that's when I got in and I got to change my life. Or that's when I missed the greatest window of opportunity during this shift. So I can't wait to meet you guys who are coming. I can't wait to hear about you guys in your other education around the country, and also get to communicate with you guys live, the ones that decide to join us from home. I'm Dean Graziosi. I'll talk to you soon.
Last year we came here, we didn't know anybody. And now we feel like we're part of a big, huge DG family. Everybody's just awesome. Everybody wants to help each other.
But you're here for one thing. You guys are paid to go faster. You guys want the end result, the training you're going to learn over the next couple days can get you.
If anybody's out there just thinking of, oh, should I attend this? Should I not attend this? Should I go for this training? Just do it, because it pays off tenfold, 100-fold actually. The more you do it, you take action, you go ahead and do it, and it pays off. It's a no-brainer.
These are the exact steps to take. Don't deviate. Just follow what I'm going to tell you to do, and you'll have a lot of success.
You got to do it. It's worth every penny. It's worth more than every penny.
You guys have heard this, but it's worth reinforcing. There is a difference between results and activity.
You're not going to learn this sitting home watching Survivor, okay? You're not going to get it. You've got to get around people that's doing it like you want to do it.
I'm a buy and hold, 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 buy and hold guy.
Don't let emotions get involved. Oh, it's a beautiful property right by the creek, or look at the mountain view, or oh, I love the spacious yard. What you fall in love with are those numbers, baby, the profit.
But smart people like Matt and Nate and Dean and all these guys, they thought there's got to be a way to creatively look at this. How do we do it?
I believe that working hard is important, but taking a little bit of an easy route is not necessarily a bad thing either.
So December 31st, I walked there, and December 30th, walked in and resigned. So I'm done. Walk away. And you can when you build a real estate business that allows you to do what you want to do, when you want to do, because you want to do.
And let me explain what activity is. Meeting with realtors. I don't think I've ever met with a realtor, face to face. Ever. You're laughing, but it's true, right? That to me is an activity. You're just spinning your wheels. It's not a result. The result is money wired to your account through closing. Does that make sense? And everybody in this room can look at their daily and weekly and monthly schedule and figure out, am I just spinning my wheels doing a lot of activity stuff? Driving to houses, visiting homes, meeting with realtors. I can just go down the list. There's so many things that are just all activity-based, but they're not results. Everybody in this room should be and is focused on results. This is why you're here.
So you simply have income coming in, and you've got expenses coming out, and you've got what's called your net operating income left over. And for it to be a profitable investment, this needs to be positive every month, correct? Well, it blows me away how many people just like me buy real estate and never, ever understand exactly the numbers of it. I talked to a guy just the other day who invested $250,000 in a rental property down in Orange County, and I said, awesome, what return are you getting? He goes, oh, I don't know. I go, well, tell me about the property. He goes, it was in a great neighborhood, and I got it for $20,000 under asking price. And I was like, woohoo! You kicked it out of the park, buddy. Like, you don't even know your RO, like, you don't know what you're making on it. It was just in a good neighborhood. Guys, we have to understand what our operating income, even if you're wholesaling stuff, you're wholesaling it to buyers who want to know this, right?
Last year, when I was here at the Edge event, which Dean sent us to because of being a runner-up, which was so very nice, and I saw some of you guys on stage, and I was sitting there and thinking, I really want to be on that stage next year. and it's just a thrill. It's just a thrill. Thank you. And last year I was really inspired by Ali Safavi because he was talking about investing in Cleveland, which is my hometown and Nick's hometown. And so I went home with that fresh fire in the belly, and there wasn't something I was going to try to do. I was going to do it. And I put a remote team together and made a goal to buy 10 houses in the first year and 12 thereafter, which after this weekend sounds like peanuts, right? I mean, I got to dream a lot bigger, but I did get those first 10 houses, and awesome. I've got my team, and now I'm going to go duplicate that and partner with a whole bunch of people, and it's just, it's life-changing. And I guess one other quick thing is to say, wherever you are in life, you can do this, and it can still change your life. I'm not an extremely young woman, but I'm not real old, but, it's a whole new career. It's a whole new passion. It's a whole new opening to life. And
if you do that enough, and I really want you guys to do this Monday by 5 p.m. Does everybody know why I say Monday by 5 p.m.? Exactly. It drives urgency and actionability. Because if I tell you guys, well, just do it, you guys will be like, oh, that was kind of a cool technique Ollie talked about, and I'll get to it, after I do the laundry and walk the dog, and I'll do it by Monday at 5 o'clock.
So utilize this event for networking. It's definitely a great way to make connections. And anybody that was standing around with Chip and I last night when I finally pulled the plug and said I need to go to bed so I can actually attempt to be coherent tomorrow, we were holding up the business cards that we got last night, and I was like, crap, you won. Everybody's like, what? He got more business cards last night than I did. So Chip was the winner. And that's, again, one of the best things about this event. You'll learn tons of stuff from us up here, but you're also going to get a lot more that's going to keep you going down the road. Because you know what? A month from now, life's going to happen, right?
So when you're looking for another strategy, look for deals that people potentially miss, that they just cruise over them. So you want to turn your kind of perceptors on and be a lot more perceptive as you're looking at deals, okay?
Those are my 15 tips. Not all of them directly related to cash buyers, but they have all been ones that I either personally executed or have done before. I'm leaving about 20 minutes for you guys to ask any and all questions that you guys have of me. Now's your chance.
Well, you know what? She over-delivered. She actually got the rents higher than she even promised us. So we're cash flowing like crazy. Again, it's using somebody else's skills, somebody else's effort, but you know why I will buy tons more properties from her? Because she overpromised and still over-delivered.
I mean, today I would pay $1 million to come to the Edge event because of the rewards I've got from it. Every time I come, I'm hyped up. I network with other people. I find money. I'm doing deals with people I've never met before just by showing up at the Edge event. Think about it, guys. Common sense. If you want to associate with drunks, what do? You go to a bar, right? You want to associate with real estate people, show up to the Edge event. They're all on the same page. They've changed their mind process up here. It's simple. But if you don't come, it's not going to happen.
In the beginning, you have all these ideas and it's really daunting, but then once you see other people using it and you start to pick those few things that really work for you and really mesh with you, then you really start to understand how it can flow smoothly and the business can grow.
For anyone that's sitting on the edge wondering if you should jump in or not, you're probably lacking some confidence. Jump in head first, get with like-minded people, get with Dean's program, jump in to get the confidence that you need.
You can tell by the way he does his presentations. He means it. He means it from the heart, everything he says. We had the discussion the other night. Sometimes we're a little skeptical as human beings, but he really puts it out there that he's really here for us.
I think anyone that's considering coming to an Edge event needs to think really hard about how long the learning curve is when you learn by yourself with not a lot of help. And when you come to these, you get a lot of help, a lot of networking between people, and possibly work that can be done in a different state. So I would just highly suggest it. I don't think there's any better way to go.
If anybody's out there looking to get into real estate and get into any of Dean's programs, the Edge event itself is just totally awesome. There's so much education here. You can learn enough tools and enough information here to go back home and start doing deals right away. If you've never done a deal, you get enough information where you can start doing deals immediately by following the programs and the information with all the different speakers that they have here. there's just so much information and so much knowledge that you receive from this program. We've gained new partners that we've met here that we're doing deals with currently, just from last year to this year. Well, it's just been awesome.
So yeah, the Edge event is definitely, I would never miss it, never. I mean, I wondered if he could actually outdo what he did last year. You know, I thought, could he possibly, you know, make it as powerful as it was last year? And I'm not surprised, but I'm just in awe. The Edge event is really an awesome event, definitely.
To anybody who's considering becoming involved with DG, to just do it. Get involved, jump, and grow the wings on the way down. It'll happen.